Yeah, great team win for us. Always good to keep the Mayor's Cup where it belongs in the city of Columbia. You like that? Could have gone to either Columbia. But really good to have it right here. Really proud of our team. Adversity, the first quarter didn't start out the way we wanted. Isaiah McGuire makes a heck of a play. We were able to flip it, go down and score, capture momentum again to start the, at the end of the half to go up 3 right there. The third quarter, I thought we kind of held our own. Obviously, the defense got the fumble for a touchdown. And then offensively, we scored again. Obviously, up 3 scores in the fourth quarter. Cannot have 2 turnovers. Disappointed with that. But extremely proud of our team for finding a way to win. And Tyler Beatty rushing for over 200 yards. Our defensive line held them to less than 60 yards. Overall, it's a great way to find a win. And, we're still an incomplete team. We are still an incomplete team. So to find a way to win these games is really big and put us in a position in these last 2 games to find a way to go to a bowl game. So big for us. And with that, I'll open it up to questions.
Eli, why was your rush defense so good? What's happened with your rush defense?
I think our linebackers are playing downhill and fitting gaps really well. I think we're being more structurally sound with how we play the run game and keeping contained and leverage, and I think we're tackling better.
Coach, what ended the decision to put Brady in at the end for the final drive?
I felt like we were going to need the quarterback run, and Connor was just wasn't moving the way I wanted him to, and that last pick just we needed somebody who could be able to be a threat with his legs. And after that last holding call or whatever it was a nice job of Brady getting us back in a position to get a manageable third down.
I know a couple weeks ago you said it was situational when you put in Tyler instead of Brady. Did you consider putting Tyler? What went into when you wanted better legs on the field to Brady?
Yeah, going into the game, I had prepared. I knew I couldn't prepare all 3 quarterbacks to play. Connor was able to practice, and so I knew I couldn't get all 3 ready, so I went with more of a Connor-Brady game plan going into it, and so that's what it was.
Coach, you're smiling big time as you came off the field. What are you happiest about with this win?
A win. I mean, they're hard to get in the SEC, especially when you don't play particularly well in the fourth quarter offensively and have 2 turnovers. So to find a way to gut it out for Tyler Beatty again, just like the Vanderbilt game, just like the Central Michigan game, to find a way to eat up the clock and rush the ball the way he did that was a big one for us.
You mentioned you guys are an incomplete team. What exactly does that mean to you, and then how do you overcome that to find more ways to win games?
Well, I mean, we got 2 games left to figure it out. I'm just saying, we're not – we still got a long way to go to be where we want to be, where all the fans want us to be, where as a team we want to be. But we're showing signs of improvement. We're showing signs of togetherness. We're showing signs of things that we want to do. But, again, when you have 2 turnovers in the fourth quarter up 3 possessions, that's like beating your head against the wall.
Like before the strip and the touchdown, there was that flag that negated the interception. I guess what does it kind of say about the defense that they were able to not let that bother them and come up with the play when they did?
Yeah, they just let it bother me. I just took it just bothered me a lot. So, it's proud of them. It's next play mentality. Play this play. Each play has a life of its own, and you can't really worry about the previous play.
Coach, can you talk about the long pass play in the first half?
Yeah, it was really a great throw, great route by Mookie Cooper. We'd kind of set it up, and Connor actually took a pretty big shot on that play. I was proud of his toughness for standing in there and making that throw. We had something earlier, maybe the second drive of the game. We had got Mookie open on a matchup and had pressure and ended up taking a sack right there. And so we came back to something similar to it, shored up the protection, and were able to get an explosive play.
That field goal right before half turned out to be
pretty big, huh?
Points, but how is that to pull that off with the clock ticking down like that? Everybody gets set.
Yeah, we actually practice it on Fridays. It's called Mayday Field Goal. And we had an alert now. We honestly didn't think any way in the world on that pass we were either going to be short or it was going to be incomplete. So for those guys to all recognize it, we had set it in the huddle to get out there and get that off was pretty good. Good coaching by Coach Link.
What did you think of just the defense's ability to force turnovers and really come up with big momentum plays for you guys there?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. They held their side of the ball down. Every time I looked up, the quarterback was scrambling one way or the other. Got negated on some big plays with some penalties that we got to clean up, but really proud of the way they performed.
And Isaiah McGuire, what did you
Well, I mean, I don't know how many times I've seen somebody make a tackle and a fumble in the same play. I mean, it was pretty impressive. I know he had pressure. I don't know how many sacks he had. So he's been our most consistent defensive lineman, and he talked about on Monday wanting to play fast this week, and really that's what showed up.
5 wins, how much of a carrot is full eligibility for this group?
It's the whole goal right now. It's the whole goal. We got seniors that deserve an opportunity to go, and we're going to have to all rally together and find a way to play better and get better this week in order to do that.
He obviously scores that long touchdown, but he also has a fumble late in the game. How would you assess his game, especially with Kapari's coming with injury?
Yeah, I mean, disappointed for him to have that. I know that's uncharacteristic of him and uncharacteristic of our football team to put the ball on the ground like that, but I'm not going to let it outshine his performance and the good things he did.
You mentioned that it's hard to game plan for 3 quarterbacks. I guess, do you normally game plan for 2 quarterbacks, and which quarterbacks have those been nice so far this year?
No, I mean, I normally just game plan, and then the backup quarterback gets the reps and is prepared for this opportunity. But last week, when we knew Connor wasn't going, then we were able to get 2 quarterbacks ready based off what we felt like their strengths were. This week, I just wanted to go with a singular game plan. I knew I wasn't going to be able to split reps 3 ways and get 3 quarterbacks ready.
You mentioned that Connor wasn't, moving the way you wanted him to towards the end of the game. Just kind of where's his health at, and how's that impacting?
I don't know. I was celebrating in the locker room, so I didn't get a chance to speak to the trainer about it yet. But we'll probably evaluate it Monday. And I like the whole questionable deal and keeping that dragged out all week. So probably just go with that.
Can you walk us through that first touchdown drive? Looked like you went pretty deep into the playbook there.
It was so long ago. It was about 3:15. Are you talking about the play, the scored? Well, we felt like we had an opportunity to get a. I think we went with the reverse. Was that the first touchdown? We went with the reverse with Dominic Lovett, and he got to the 7, and we had a couple of jet sweeps. We felt like we could get on to the perimeter on them. They play a 6 technique and a 7 technique, so we felt like we could get outside without having to utilize our outside zone scheme. So we were able to do a couple of those, and then we actually stole the play on the goal line from the Packers. They ran it last year, so we said that was a pretty cool play, and it was called Popsicle.
Interceptions from Connor, do you think those are related to his physical?
No, they're just really poor decisions. Just really poor decisions.
What did you say to Connor after he said that second interception?
We're going with Brady.
Is there, I guess, a plan for how you will approach that position moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, I'll sit down tomorrow and evaluate the tape and look at it and just see who gives us the best chance to win. Who's playing the best, who gives us the best chance to win.
Can you tell something about both Brady and Cook for the way they responded to the challenge at Georgia? I mean, was it the outcome you wanted? That's a tough place to go in there and play. Could you take anything from how they performed there?
I think you meant Brady and Mako, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I said it on Tuesday. I said it after the game. I was really proud of the way they competed. I was proud of the toughness that they showed in that environment. But we got to continue to play better in order to give ourselves a chance to win, and that's what we got to do.
How nice is it, Coach? You got a lot of big plays on both sides of football. Big offensive plays, big takeaway plays. Can you talk about the big play and how that helps us?
Yeah, I mean, it just gives yourself momentum. Momentum's so hard to get, and when you get it, you got to keep it. And I thought there was a lot of back and forth with those, defense. And really, the only momentum they got was when we gave the ball away. We can't do that. But yeah, I'm really proud of our defense for answering the bell every time.
At the beginning of the year, there was some question whether a guy Beatty's size could stand up to the beat.
There's no question now.
Right. I mean, at what point did you figure out this is not someone you had to rest, or you could just keep feeding the ball?
I don't know, because I was the one that had the questions. I didn't know, but that dude's tough as nails. I mean, if there's a better running back in our conference, I can't wait to see him.
Coach, it's been sort of a process of Beatty having games where, like against Georgia, where he's limited to only 41 yards, to bouncing back to having over 200 yards this week. What do you think that says about Tyler's resilience and just being able to bounce back from performances like that to rush the ball all over the field?
Yeah, and I mean, as much as we're giving Tyler credit, I mean, our offensive line and tight ends deserve a lot of credit too. I mean, those guys are blocking their butt off, and Javon Foster played outstanding tonight. I don't know if y'all realized, I mean, we started Bobby Lawrence at right tackle. He has planted in the first series of the game. He comes out. We have to move our right guard Woody to right tackle. And we have to give EJ, don't have to, get to give EJ all the reps at right guard. You know, and so what we did tonight was with a patchwork defense, our offensive line. We were very limited in what we could call and how we could call it. Kudos to Marcus Johnson for having those guys ready to play. But we were really leaning on Javon, you know, to run our outside zones and to be an effective player. And then, I mean, on that unbalanced score right in the fourth quarter that Tyler had, I mean, we went outside zone to Woody's side, and Woody and EJ had an unbelievable combination block that really sprung that. So I think as much credit as we want to give to Tyler, I'm so proud of the offensive line. I mean, Bobby Lawrence got the start tonight. He was on scout team last week, and then he got bumped up and was a starter this week. So extremely proud of those guys, and we got to get some guys back off the injured reserve.
What kind of work has Mookie Cooper put in behind the scenes to get us a touchdown day?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a process for Mookie to get back to where he wants to be. Obviously got dinged up in fall camp and felt like this week he was the healthiest he's been, which he showed that on that long route touchdown.
Is that a long-term thing for hiring, or can you get him back soon?
If y'all know any help right there, we would sure use it. You know, we hope to have him back. You know, those ankle sprains are real difficult to know when you're going to be able to come back from. Zeke Powell got hurt in practice, so you know we're a little bit beat up right now.
What does it say about the depth of the offensive line? They're able to have plug these guys in and they're able to fix it?
Yeah, it's a tip of the hat to our offensive line coach for having these guys ready and making sure that he can put a product on the field that gives us a chance to be successful, and he did that again tonight. And you know, our tight ends do such a great job in the run game too, and you know, Daniel Parker and Nico Hay, Messiah Swinson, all three really did a nice job. And I tell you what, our perimeter blocking was as good as it's been.
Coach, you guys got some great opportunities, some big challenges, but some great opportunities too.
Ahead of us? Yeah, I mean, we got two great competitions left, and got an opportunity to play Florida at home, which is going to need our fans loud and going to have our best stuff on both sides of the ball.
You still hoping for snow for that game?
Yeah, I looked at the weather, though. It's like 50 degrees.
It'll be cold for Florida.
Maybe we can get some man-made snow. I don't think that's against the rules, is it?
Anything else for Coach? Thank you, sir.
MIZ.